This is Car Guys Talk with Andrew and Tavarish.
Hey everyone, how are you?
Hey.
There we go.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey.
Don't get that close. How you doing, everyone? I know that you can't answer me right now, but I hope you guys are doing well.
You know what? Take a second, pause the video, and comment in the comment section. How you doing?
Yeah, just pause the video.
Let us know.
Comment, and it'll be a good time. We will look at the comments, and then we will
Carry on with our lives.
Yes. So my name is Freddie Hernandez. You may know me as Tavarish if you're on the internet and you're looking for stuff that has to do with Lambos at the body shop. Joining me is my friend, partner in crime, Mr. Andrew Howell, also known as Finn Gergens, a.k.a.
Andrew Howell.
Finn from the streets, a.k.a. Finley Escobar, a.k.a. the
Finish your jokes, please.
Yes, I need to finish this podcast. Today I wanted to talk about cars and car things. Really odd considering that this is a car podcast, right?
I don't know how that makes me feel, man.
It's weird. I know, but just go with it. Okay. So, today I was while we were driving through some roads going to lunch, I thought of what are some cars that you wouldn't buy at any price. I mean, there are a lot of really cheap cars out there, and some of them are really good bargains, and some of them aren't, and but I think every car has redeeming features. Like it can have some sentimental value or something like that. What are some cars that you would not touch if they were free? Just something that it's not a good deal no matter how cheap it is.
2004 Audi A6.
Well, I mean, right off the bat, you just bring a home run. It's just yes, 2004 Audi A6. You know what? I will pull it up. So you tell us why that why you chose that A6.
I mean, if I have to tell you, then it's just you need to know more.
You need to know more.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2004 Audi A6. So that would be the C5 Audi A6. And
no, Audi, not Corvette. We're not talking Corvettes here.
Yeah, the C5.
Yeah, I know. We're not talking Corvettes.
Okay. So the C5 Audi. Let's see if I can get this to. Okay, there we go.
Look at that.
Wow. Yeah. So this is the C5, and honestly,
a screen full of garbage. Did you open your?
How dare you?
Did you open your recycle bin on the computer, or is this Google image search?
Oh, that's funny. It's funny. Actually, to be honest with you, I love the shape of this car.
Yeah, all right.
It's a good shape, especially like these Avants.
The Avants are good.
So,
but I would never own one of these things.
I did own one of these, and let me tell you.
Yeah, well, you buy fire damaged Lamborghinis, so I don't really think you can say too much here.
What is that supposed to mean? Is that a wait? Hold on. Are you telling me that buying fire damaged exotics is a bad thing?
You just you have a pin chance for bad VAG.
What'd you call me?
Bad vag.
A pin chance?
You said you have a pin chance.
Pinchant?
A pinchon. You have a pinchon.
A pinchon?
A pinchon for bad vag.
That may be true. However, I do like the look of this car.
Can we start a band called Bad Badge?
No.
Okay.
No, we were not doing that. You can do it though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it. What was the other one that I thought of at lunch?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Either.
I think of so many.
What is like sriracha irritable bowel syndrome? I don't know. It seems a little long. In any case, this car, I do. So up here, this is the 4.2 liter, and later the S line, and I do like that they had the fender arches, and it looked really kind of more aggressive. It's not the best looking car in the world, but I do like. This is the one I had. I had one similar to this. It had like kind of weenie wheel arches here, and that's it's a Weenie Hut Juniors. But they did come with a 2.7 twin turbo, and they did come with a V6, and it made some power. It made like 250 or something. I don't know. All-wheel drive, available in 6-speed manual. Great. Honestly, that's not one of the cars that I wouldn't buy at any price because I did actually buy one. So.
Yeah, well, again,
It's hard. No, it's horrible to work on, but there's definitely redeeming features to this car. You can have an exhaust on this thing. You can do something called piggy pipes, which is you just remove you don't even remove the cats. You have to you put a drill inside the cat and then you just kind of ream it out. Yeah, hollow it out, and that's what they call piggy pipes. So
that's a weird.
It is.
term.
Yeah. I mean, it's an Audi Volkswagen product. So, I think that car is redeemable. Now, working on it is a total just dumpster fire. However, I think an irredeemable one would probably be an Audi A4 2.8 front-wheel drive. Because that has no redeeming features, it's not fun to drive, it's just needlessly complicated. I believe it's 5 valve per cylinder.
Ugh.
So it has 30 valves that can, I believe so. I'm not sure. You guys can tell me in the comments. But that is real, like, it's all the worst things because
Sick and bad.
yeah, it was so bad.
Another car that comes to mind is the early 90s Mercury Cougar.
Okay, so which one are we talking about here?
I'm talking about like the boat one.
The boat Mercury Cougar. So early 90s, like what year?
I mean, try like 1990 Mercury Cougar.
1990 Mercury Cougar. Let's just type that into the Google. This one?
This thing.
Dude, I don't know what you're. That is not bad. That is really.
That's horrendous.
How's that horrendous? I believe this might be a Fox body.
I think these are front wheel drive.
Those are not front wheel drive. No, the later ones. The later ones are front wheel drive. Those are the.
I mean, either way.
97.
Either way, these things are trash.
No, they still have the same one.
Still trash.
Okay, let's try 1999 Mercury Cougar. Yeah, those are front wheel drive.
Still trash.
So the 97 ones are let's go back to the 1990. So 1990, I do like the look of this car. It looks, first of all, it looks like a rear wheel drive Ford Taurus, which at the time was pretty revolutionary. This is a Thunderbird, so it's not a Cougar. But it might have been on a Thunderbird platform, actually, now that I mention it. So Thunderbird was
front wheel drive.
No, it wasn't. No, Thunderbirds were rear wheel drive.
Rear
wheel drive turbo. These had either V6s or V8s in them. They were actually pretty good.
I could have sworn these were front wheel drive.
No. These are not front wheel drive.
Go to all. Upper left.
Go to all. You want me to go to Wikipedia?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to Wikipedia, and hopefully we don't get flagged on YouTube for searching Cougar. But okay, so Mercury Cougar.
Oh wow! Oh my God, it is front wheel drive. Rear wheel drive.
Front engine, rear wheel drive. Made from 1967 to 1998. It's a pretty long. It's not just one generation, obviously.
Well,
but,
either way, it's garbage, and I hate it, and I don't want it.
But why is it garbage and you hate it?
Hideous.
I don't think so. I actually like the early.
The early ones are awesome.
Yeah,
those ones are awesome.
The early ones are nice. Third generation. Not so much. That's not a Cougar. That looks more like a I don't know,
Cadillac or something.
No, it looks more like a Panther with 3 legs broken. I don't know. Wow, that's even worse.
Wow.
Jeez, that's
it's like a stunted LTD.
Well, I mean, it's
an LTD coupe.
This is deep malaise era.
Yeah.
That is. Whoa.
Yeah.
Boy. Okay. 400 cubic inch V8. I bet you that made all of 190 horsepower.
If.
Okay. So the base engine, 302 2-barrel V8 made 134 horsepower.
Wow.
Pathetic. And the 400. 173 horsepower for a 400. That's like it's like a 6-liter, something like that.
Pathetic.
That's well, I mean, it's pathetic because so the American car companies, they didn't really know what they were doing because emissions laws came in. They're like, crap, we don't know. We
just had to kind of throw something on and hope it worked.
Yeah. Wow. And this is the Mercury Cougar. So I think this was the same Fairmont. The Fairmont platform. This might be, yeah, I think this is definitely the Fairmont platform. It has a T5 manual. Yeah, this is, so this is the one that you don't like. 87 to 88 Cougar LS. Oh no, that's not the one. They don't only have it
It's
for.
still the one I would never.
No, these are worse.
Those are
but
just like they're all hoopties.
well, yeah, they're hoopties from the start. But I think this one. Yeah, so this is automatic or 5-speed manual. You can get these in manual.
What?
Dude, you can get these in manual. They're rear-wheel drive. You had you could have them with a V8 or a 5-liter V8, which was the Fox body one. These are like actual legitimate sleepers. So
I just hate it. I hate it so much.
okay, so other than what's your criteria? See, the 8th generation. That's where you start falling down the stairs. That's like
Yeah.
This is basically a Ford Focus.
It looks
which a car you bought, by the way.
This looks like a Hyundai Tiburon that had too much Botox.
That's true. That is very true. So, what's your criteria for cars you wouldn't buy under any circumstances? Because right now it's like it's ugly and I don't like it. Like, but
Yeah, so like
no. What? Okay, we need to be more specific. What car has 0 redeeming features? 0, like just the worst one that you can imagine. So, something that you go like, there's nothing good about this car.
Kia Sophia.
Have you driven a Kia Sophia?
I've ridden in one.
It's not great, is it?
No.
It's not a great
Or
car.
the Suzuki Forenza wagon.
Suzuki Forenza. I've never been in a Forenza, but
Like it's so slow, it's dangerous.
It has a nice name. I've been to Forenza.
Oh, I've been in Florida?
Well, it's Florence.
Oh, it's Florence.
It is Florence.
Oh, okay, so it's just Florence. I'm in Florence?
Is that how I speak? Is that how I sound?
That's how your attitude speaks.
Hey, guys, is that how I sound? Good. You know, just tell me in the comments. So we're going to go in my garage and look at my Lamborghini. Here in the Hollywood Hills. Buy my ebook. Believe me, anyone can do that. Be rich and successful.
You know what I like more than Lamborghini? Knowledge. All right, so I will throw my hat into the ring. I think the first smart car. The first smart car has 0 redeeming features. I've driven one for a week and I hated it so much.
I have also driven one. I didn't hate it. I wasn't like, oh, this is so much fun. But like, I wasn't like, ugh. The redeeming factor for me for the Smart 4.2 is the ability to do a very expensive but very fun Hayabusa engine swap.
That's not a redeeming feature because the car, it's like, well, I'm sure that Cougar would be great if it had like a different body on it. You know,
That's the same with a car or
right. But what I'm saying is like, oh well, you know, the car would be great if it had like you took all the components out of the car and made it another car. Like, yeah, well, it's not the same thing now, is it? It's like if I said,
well, yeah, but it's the same thing. Like, keep the body, swap the motor. So keep the motor, swap the body on the Cougar. Keep the body, swap the motor in the Smart car.
yeah, but that's not. It's no longer a smart. Now it's like a Smart Busa or whatever they call it.
I don't know.
Smart Suki. I don't know. But
Suzuki.
there we go. We made a thing.
Nailed it.
But the Smart is just it's completely. I was gonna say irredeemable. It's completely it is irredeemable, right? Is that the word?
It cannot be redeemed.
It cannot be redeemed.
There is no redemption.
It's unredeemable.
It's
non
done.
redemption ready. So
It is not redemption eligible.
So the reason I'm doing this is because it just feels so cheap. It's the entire thing's made of plastic.
Yes, recyclable. The whole car is recyclable.
Well, I mean, anything's recyclable if you put your mind to it. But the car is not all of them land. Okay, listen, man. Not all of them.
I'm not going to tell you where my mind went, but
yeah.
it went to the gutter, guys.
Okay. So one thing I kind of liked, and then I realized that it was just a really stupid move. The front panel, like the hood on that car, is just a piece of plastic that you pop off. It's like it's not even connected to anything.
Yep.
And it's connected with like a little like string tab. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I realized like, no, people pay money for this car. It's not.
Well, not a lot. Like brand new, like base price was $10,900, I think.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
No, people aren't going out of the showroom with $10,000 cars.
Okay.
Okay, we will check. We will check.
Back in the day when they first came out, I'm saying it was like 10.
Smart 4.2 original MSRP Because is this like one of those Elon Musk things where
No,
it's like
no.
a Tesla Model 3 is $30,000, and then like no, none of them were. Smart for 2.
This is back in like 2010, 2011 when they first came out in the US.
Okay, so original MSRP, let's say 2010. 2010, not 2010 used. This is so great. We're googling things live, and then we have to deal with Google. Okay, so you say around 11.
Yeah, we'll go back up.
Go back up.
Second one, original MSRP.
11.9 to
11.
20,990.
Yeah, that was probably for the Brabus.
I'm willing to bet that more people are on that upper end than I doubt anybody got that car for 11.9 because it's always they had bigger wheels or there's some
You can't really put bigger wheels on a
there's like
smart car.
some edition like a Passion edition or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, they all had the same crappy engine.
Yes, 3-cylinder 1
I wish I had a 3-liter.
Yeah, no.
3-liter V6.
3-cylinder 1-liter Mitsubishi motor that made 74 horsepower.
The horsepower I didn't mind as much as the transmission. The transmission is a
Hot garbage.
5-speed or 6-speed. I think it's 6-speed.
Automated manual.
Automated manual. So they couldn't make an automatic and
Couldn't make a manual. Got to make a doo-doo both.
Yeah. It's like, we're gonna take the worst of both, and so dumb.
But it's got paddle shifters.
It does not. It does not.
I thought it did.
Nope. The new one might, but the older one does not have paddle shifters.
Oh.
It just has an actual like shifter. I think you had like a Tiptronic type thing. It was so god awfully slow. It's like
I've driven one with paddles.
okay. So
It was a newer one though.
yeah. The newer ones, the second generations, I think they did. I think they got them a little bit better. I'm not quite sure.
No, they didn't.
Okay.
No. It's so I will now demonstrate the engine noise of a smart car with paddle shifters. You ready?
Yes.
It's just awful.
Yeah.
There's like 7 years between gears.
yeah. It's
There's a band name, Years Between Gears.
years between gears. Doug DeMuro once wrote on an article. He said, you're on a mountain pass, and then you click the paddle for downshift, and then 3 hours later when you're eating lunch, third is all yours.
Yep. That's about how it was. It operates on a geological time scale.
Yeah, it's okay. So we have the smart car. We have the. Well, should we even count yours because yours have so many redeeming?
I guess not.
Yours are like good
because
like legitimately good cars.
according to all of the commenters, I don't know anything about cars and I have terrible taste and I hate everything. So I guess we won't count mine.
Is there anything wrong with those statements?
Yeah.
Like what? I don't hate everything. I don't hate everything. Everything else is pretty on point. But okay, so what?
I got one for you. The Ford Aspire.
Okay, the Ford Aspire. Let me show the guys and gals, guys
and gals, and anyone else that's watching. We want to be inclusive.
Yeah, but it's just gonna be guys. Let's see, Ford Aspire.
Ford Aspire.
Okay, so Ford Aspire. Do they make a new one?
Not for the U.S., I don't think.
No, not for the U.S.
But I'm talking about those old ones.
Okay, so Ford Aspire, and so we're looking at this one, right?
Yeah.
That little, it's 4-door hatchback. How can that not be?
It's basically Ford's like Geo Metro, kind of.
It's
Click on that blue one in the middle.
Ooh,
Yeah, brother.
That is just unfortunate. I mean, it's look at that ground clearance though.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and look how narrow the tires are.
And look how far sunken in they are. It kind of looks like
those are probably like 85, like 60 13s or something.
85, 60, 13. Oh my God. All right. Yeah, that's definitely.
Oh God, no.
It's honestly.
So okay,
you could probably do a lot worse.
Hold on. When I was in grade school, one of my mom's cars, I think she had. Hold on, let me think here for a sec. I think she used to have a 1996 Chrysler Cirrus, which is another one of the cars that could probably make this list.
My friend's mom had that car. He called it. He said my mom has a circus.
It was that.
Mm-hmm.
And as usual, it was in for repairs because something had broken. Thank you, Chrysler. And we got one of those as a rental, the 2-door little egg, like that exact car, the teal color 2-door hatch egg thing.
I think people should bring back teal cars.
I agree. I remember even as a kid not knowing anything about cars, like, oh man, this is real bad. The interior was awful. It was like brand new. Mm-hmm. The interior was crap. It was really slow. My mom hated it like exponentially. I'm like, oh, you got a rental car. What do you think of this thing? And she's like, oh, it's terrible. And then I got in and rode in it, and I'm like, yeah, you're right.
You know, when I was a kid, I never had. Maybe it's just when you're a kid, but I never had the idea that something was bad. Like whether it's movies, video games, or whatever. Like that's just what it is. And the idea that something was inherently bad from the get-go. That was like a foreign thing to me.
I think that Chrysler Cirrus actually taught me that lesson.
It's just like some things are bad.
Yeah, because I just remember my parents talking about like, you know, if we sell it now, we're going to lose money, but we should sell it now so we don't lose more money on repairs and blah, 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 blah. Like it's a lemon, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what does that mean? What do you mean the car's lemon? And I'm like, well, it's just a poorly made car. Mm-hmm. It's just not a good car.
So we had my parents, the first new car that they ever bought was a 1992 Pontiac Sunbird.
Oh yeah.
So that was like, if you want to talk about rare, you ever seen one of those on the road anymore? No, they're all in the junkyard. They're all like recycled now.
Yeah.
So that's how good it was. I think that something blew up like at 60,000 miles or somewhere thereabouts, and we were pretty like hard up for cash at that point. So I think we couldn't afford to fix it, and I think it might have gotten repossessed. But it was just one of those things where my parents knew that this car was a pile of junk. But for me, I just thought that like, oh, it's just a car and I have an emotional attachment to it. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, it's just a family car. But meanwhile, they're like, I got these crazy bills for timing belts and this thing is water pump and whatever. I don't know if it was a timing belt and water pump. I'm just assuming.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, now it's, you look on eBay and I try to find one. You can't because they're all just dust.
They all broke.
Yeah, they all broke. But what was the first car that you said, the Chrysler Cirrus? I can't remember the first car I was in or drove that kind of cemented the idea that some cars are just bad. Like, I remember we had a rental car when we came down to Florida when I was 9 or 10. And it was a Ford Contour. And dude, I thought that was like the top of the top. I thought that car was so nice. You know why? Because when night fell and it got dark in the car, you can see the window switches because they had a little illumination. It was green. Yeah. And I was like, this is awesome. Because my parents, I think they had like an 87 Accord and like none of those things worked.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, what power windows?
The apex of quality.
Yes. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And I think we also rented like a Oldsmobile Alero. And I'm like, this is super swanky.
You know what car I love? For some reason, I just love the way it looks.
Is it
the Oldsmobile Aurora?
What's that?
Yo, look that bad boy up.
Oldsmobile Aurora.
Aurora.
First of all, it's a great name.
Right?
Okay, Oldsmobile. So this is when they were making a bunch. This one, okay.
Just for some reason, I love the way this car looks. I don't understand why. I can't explain it.
Well, it's sort of in the same vein as the ovoid Ford Taurus. You know, that weird 99 kind of
the fake RX-7 with the connected tail light.
Yeah. But I actually dig this. I'm liking this.
And I love, look at the tail light. Open that picture on the bottom right. Yeah.
This one? Yeah, that's
just that large single shape.
See, I like when they were trying to, like, I think the platforms for these were all the same. It's like that same like 3.1 liter or 3.8 liter platform. But I actually like this a lot. You know what it reminds me of a little bit?
Saab?
No, the Ferrari 430, like with the.
Oh yeah. Those little vents on the bottom.
With the vent. No, I mean not the car itself, but
right. Yeah, just kind of a similar shape.
Yeah, it's and I guess this was a concept car. Whoop. What do we do? Nope. Stop. Okay. concept car.
Look at those wheels. Those wheels are sick. Mm-hmm. I love those wheels.
So, I mean, the concept looked a little wonky. Like, you don't know which side is coming or going.
The proportions are not really there. I do like the wheel arches, how they kind of extrude, like it has hips and kind of those shoulders up front leading to the front wheel.
I feel like Elon Musk could have made this. Like, if Elon Musk did a press conference and he was like, here's the new Tesla, and then people were like, whoa, my God, he's so forward thinking. So I think, yeah.
Please don't make me hate this car. Don't do that.
Make an electric one. It's called the Oldsmobile Aurora. The interior is not bad, actually.
It's okay.
It's
all right.
it's a cockpit type,
Yeah, driver focus, blah blah blah.
driver focus. I mean, it's not a
Similar to the Supra.
Look at that.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a
huge-
man shift knob
Huge
right there.
shifter, yeah.
It doesn't have to be 6 inches wide. It is insane. That's a shifter chode right there. That's a
I mean, what about the H2? It's like a giant handle. Like,
yeah. The H2 definitely had a big one. And here it is in its natural habitat.
Yep.
Right in the junkyard. Okay. This is actually pretty nice. I like. Okay. Of course, it's
like
the smallest.
3 by 3 pixels.
Hey everyone, remember 1995? Yeah. Well, all right. So I agree.
Look
with
at
you.
that white one with the body kit on it.
Ooh.
Jam.
So do you remember the Buick Riviera?
Of course.
So the Riviera is, I think that might have been the same
It
platform.
most likely was. Yeah.
Buick Riviera and search. Not this one. Probably was a 90s one.
Yeah, do like 98.
1999. Let's do that. Because I know it was the same. There we go.
It looks like a just a Buick LeSabre with 2 doors.
So what's funny is there was a video on YouTube, and it was like I think it was like an internal GM video where they were looking at this versus the Lexus SC400. And they said, well, the Lexus SC400, like this is much better than the Lexus because it has better rear leg room and all this stuff. Like meanwhile, this is front wheel drive and that's rear wheel drive. And they also said that, well, the Lexus only has 250 horsepower. This has 280 from its 3.8 supercharged V6. So they were like making all these cases, and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, which one is in the junkyard more?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still Lexuses around. When's the last time you've seen one of these?
Actually, pretty common over in the villages.
Oh yeah, the Villages. I mean,
Yeah.
but they bought those things new.
Yeah. What about
That looks good.
What about the Lincoln Mark 8?
Holy hell, that's a good looking car, man.
And it's not bad.
I really like those proportions. I think it's like, I didn't know that they look like this.
I would just change the wheels. We should find these old barges and like update them.
This has to, dude. This car has to be like $500. Watch me say that, and then like, oh, they're actually $19,500 for the cheapest example. But
Now you can
wow,
find these
I'm pretty into this now.
Are you shook?
I'm a little shook.
You sound shook.
I'm a little shook, but ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. So let's
You look up the Lincoln Mark 7 or whatever.
Lincoln. Oh, the Mark 7 was great.
Yeah.
Was it Mark 7 or Mark 8?
Maybe there's both.
Because the Lincoln Mark 7 is almost exactly, yes, this is exactly the Mercury Cougar that you hated.
Then I'm thinking of Mark 8 then.
Yeah. So
Although that black one down there at the bottom looks pretty sick, I'm not going to lie.
that's a Mercury Cougar. So Mark 8. Yeah, this is like the real sleek.
I think it's a 2-door Crown Vic, basically.
Yeah. So basically it's the same platform.
I don't know why, but I think that's so cool.
No, it's a great looking car, and they had different, like they have facelifts, and so I'm not a huge fan of this.
Yeah, not that one.
But ooh, look at this! It looks mean.
There you go.
Ooh,
And these are front wheel drive, I believe.
no, they're not.
They're not?
No.
That makes me want one even more.
No, it's these are if it's a Crown Vic, then it's
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So
Do that white one up in the corner.
I don't think that these are a Crown Vic. These might be a 4.8 32 valve.
Okay.
So these are dual overhead cam. These are nice. These are super nice. Hey, it's Saab Kyle.
Hey, nice.
How you doing?
What up, Sal Kyle?
Good. All right. So all right. So this is the engine that you can't see. Great.
Cool.
All right. So yeah. I like that our conversation turned into cars we would definitely buy instead of cars we wouldn't buy at any price. But that's
Okay, here's one for you. Early 2000s VW Beetle.
Okay. I've never driven one, and I always wanted to because I don't know why people make them out to be that bad. I mean, have you driven one?
I've not driven one, no, but from what I understand, they're like one of the worst made VWs in the history of the world.
Sure, but the marketing campaign was very good.
Oh, it was on point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember that, it's the new Beetle. Like, wow. And then it came out and was like, this is not good. Salamandra actually has a nice one, though.
Yeah, I will give him that.
He has the VR6 one, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like all-wheel drive. I believe it's VR. You know what I think it has the powertrain out of? Like an R32 Golf.
Yeah.
And I forget what it's called, but he got it in Mexico, and it's super nice. Let me see if I can find it.
Just look up Salamandrin's Beetle.
Salamandrin Beetle, and I think I forget what it's called though. Yeah, there we go. So it's RSI. Okay.
I love those wheels. Oh my god.
Yeah. So it's let me just make sure our people can see it. There we go. So this is a Beetle RSI, and it has these very kind of Mercedes-esque wheels.
Yep.
Very German wheels, and it has this wide body that just goes around the car. It's a very striking car. It's
okay, fine. Maybe I would buy one of these.
Yeah.
I like the one with are those Porsche wheels? That silver one with the stripes.
This one?
Yeah, I think those are Porsche wheels.
Is this a video game? Is this real life? Rare VW Beetle RSI in the Nürburgring. No, I'm not sure if these are Porsche wheels, but
I thought they were for a sec.
I mean, it looks interesting.
Oh, there are only 250 of them. That's why.
Oh, okay. So I mean, other than the millions that they sold otherwise, just made 250 good ones.
Rip.
Yeah, your car looks sort of like the good one.
Ooh, look at that one with the go down. There's one with a Rolls Royce grill. Down.
Down.
In the middle on the right.
This one.
Yes, sir.
Oh, look at that. It looks like a little pig nose. Okay. So 24 cars going through an identity crisis. Yeah, I'm sure that's the case. This looks like it's made out of cardboard, so I'm not too.
Yeah, the hood does too.
But this looks pretty good.
Those wheels are so sick. I bet you those are OZs.
Most likely.
Super Turismo type.
Yeah, I mean, this is. I would definitely buy
Yeah,
it.
all right. I would get one of those for sure.
Okay, so we
right,
have come to the conclusion that the only car that's irredeemable is a smart car.
And the Audi A4.
And the Audi A. And I mean, you can probably make a case for it. Because okay, so the
No. Don't go back on your word.
Gabe from Dip Your Car has an Audi A4 front-wheel drive in that same that same generation. His makes 600 horsepower at the wheels with a built engine, and he's like set all kinds of records. So yeah, that's.
But we're talking stock again. We're talking stock.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, stock. It's probably a bad car, and also he has a turbo one. So we're talking about the 2.8. So okay, that are all.
Do you need to go take some Adderall?
I need to take some Adderall. Yeah. Adderall and Visceral. So those are the cars that are completely irredeemable, but don't worry because your car was not on the list unless you drive a smart car, in which case you could probably, well, I mean, it's not like you're gonna go anywhere in that.
It's not like you're gonna watch this podcast. You can't really consider yourself a car person if you drive a smart car? Question mark?
No, I think you can.
Okay.
I think you definitely can.
Cars are irredeemable, but the owners are redeemable. We can save you. Sell your smart car. Get a Beetle RSI.
I feel comfortable in saying that. Okay, so if you'd like to contact us, you can do so at the social media links down below. You can talk to us individually, or you can talk to us at carguystalk@gmail.com. And we want you guys to send us your rides so we can rate them and or roast them. So that's going to be a lot of fun. That should be coming up later on. I'm not sure if we're going to do specific reader submissions or we'll just trawl, Car Domain or Facebook or something. But that's going to be a hoot. It's a hoot and a
Toot.
and a toot. Okay. So until next time, how do we end this thing, Andrew? We breathe softly into the microphone and say goodbye, everyone.
Thanks for watching Car Guys Talk.
Thanks for watching Car Guys Talk.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Car.